Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Zeelicious cooking series. Now we're about to kickstart the cake series edition, and I'm about to show you how to make one very mouth-watering and very sumptuous cake recipe. So today guys, I'm going to show you how to make a fruit cake. Now this is one of my absolute favorite cake recipes, and I'm going to show you my twist to making it. But first, let me introduce you to the ingredients. For this recipe, you'd need 4 cups of raisins, 2 cups of light brown sugar, half a cup of margarine, 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 cups of Zeelicious sparkling fruit drink, 4 large eggs, 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, the zest and juice of 2 oranges, the zest of 1 lemon, 1 cup of almond nuts, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So guys, before we go into the cooking process, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below so that you can get instant notification whenever I upload a new video. So many video tutorials to be uploaded, guys. You guys are not even ready for what's about to happen. So go ahead and subscribe now, okay, so that you can get alerted whenever I upload a new video, okay? So moving right into the baking process. Now this is not cooking, baking, but first we have to do a little bit of cooking on the stove. Over here I have a medium-sized saucepan pot, and I'm going to transfer my raisins. Remember, we're making a fruit cake, and a fruit cake requires lots of fruits. So I have some raisins here that I'm going to transfer into the pot, and I'm going to also throw in all of my brown sugar. Now the reason I'm doing this is because I want the raisins to become moist so that they don't dry out in the oven while I'm baking them. This process actually helps them stay really moist, and all the flavors are infused, all the flavors of the sugar. I'm also going to throw in some ginger here. This is ginger powder. This is ground cloves. I always like to use ground cloves to make my fruit cake. It makes a whole lot of difference. And this is some cinnamon. Cinnamon, my absolute favorite baking ingredient. And over here I have some salt as well. This is baking soda. It's going to go in next. It's going to go in later. Okay, so in here I'm also going to throw in some margarine. Now you can use butter for this if you have butter, but I have margarine tanned, and I want it to just melt right into the whole mixture. Everything is just going to go in. There's no waste in my kitchen. I'm going to scrape it out as much as possible. And then afterwards, what I'm going to do is throw in my Zeelicious sparkling fruit drink. Now, what I usually do when I'm making my fruit cake is add water to this. But I found that using the Zeelicious sparkling fruit drink actually helps, it actually lends more fruity flavor to the whole fruit cake. So instead of using water, why not vamp things up a little bit and add some Zeelicious sparkling fruit drink? Cool, right? And the bottle is halfway. I've been sipping and sipping. I promised myself I wasn't going to sip it, but I couldn't control myself. So I've been sipping and sipping and sipping and sipping until it got here. It's that good. So I'm going to throw in about 2 cups of the Zeelicious drink. Oh Lord, I can already tell that this is going to be super yum. Super yum. And then just give this some heat. So I'm going to reduce the heat to medium-low. I'll stir things around in the pot. Oh Lord, I already like what I see. And I'll bring it to a gentle light simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes. Everything would have incorporated into each other, and then I'll come back and show you what to do next. Okay, so I'm just going to transfer all of this into this mixing bowl right here. Ooh. I love the sound of the splatter. Everything's just going to go right in. Remember I said there is no waste in my kitchen? Scraping out the whole pot. Scrape it. And I'll just leave this to cool on my countertop for about 5 to 10 minutes until it has no steam. It doesn't necessarily have to cool completely, but just until the steam goes away. A quicker, faster way to get this done is just take the entire mixing bowl and place it in your freezer or your refrigerator. It will cool it down really faster. So let's get that done, and I'll come back and show you what to do next. And another way to actually get it cool really faster is just keep on stirring. Stir it continuously, but if you don't have the time, you can use the freezer method. That works too. Okay guys, so this has been cooling for a while now, and I think it's just perfect for me. I'm going to continue with the whole process. In here I have some vanilla essence. You can use the extract if you like. The extract is a whole lot it's more concentrated, but this is just the essence. That's what I could find, and everything just goes in. And then I'm going to throw in some eggs. I have 4 eggs here that I've cracked open. I'll just give it a good whisk to combine, and I think that's fine. Just a little more whisk. Okay, that's done. And I'll transfer everything right into this mixing bowl as well. And this is why you have to allow the raisin mixture to cool down completely before you continue. If not, if you put your egg here, it's going to cook it. You have an omelette or scrambled eggs, scrambled eggs fruit cake, and you don't want that. So you have to allow it to cool down completely. So I'll just continue stirring this around to thoroughly mix it together. Okay, almost there. Okay, so next up guys, I'm going to throw in some orange zest. Now this is the zest of an orange. It's just the outer part of the orange. I used a grater to just grate it out. You can use a zester as well if you have that, but it's just the outer part of the orange, and this lends a conch orange flavor to this fruit cake. So this will go all in. And over here as well, I also have the zest of a lemon. Remember, the zest is the outer part of a citrus fruit. So this is zest of a lemon, and all of this is going to go in as well. Also lend a nice concentrated lemon taste to this. And here I have the juice of an orange, and everything's going to go right in, but I'm not going to put the juice of the lemon, just the juice of the orange. And I'll stir this around to combine it. We're almost there guys, almost there. Now some people add rum to their fruitcake recipe. Now rum is alcoholic and some people don't like to add it, but rum is actually helps as a form of preservative. Like when you put rum in, the cake lasts for a longer period of time. But some people avoid it. The cake will still last, but not for so long, but it will still stay for maybe about 2 to 3 weeks, or even up to a month if well preserved in the refrigerator. But for the sake of this recipe, I'm not going to add any rum because I don't want anything interfering with my Valletta sparkling fruit drink. Yes, I said it. So no rum is gonna go in here. I'm gonna keep it plain, and also I'm gonna be giving this to my little nephew Zani, and I don't think I want him having some alcohol at his age. Okay, so everything goes in. Next up, it's time to bring in the flour. Remember, I have the baking soda over here. I'm just going to transfer it with my flour mixture, and then I'll stir this around with my spatula just to combine the baking soda and the flour. And then afterwards, my flour has already been sifted with the fine sieve. So afterwards, I'm just going to transfer the flour into the raisin mixture. Everything just goes in like that. And it's just a matter of tossing this all up to mix it together. And this will form our fruitcake batter. So I'm just mixing it up by folding it in. I'll drag the spatula, fold it in. It'll take a little while, but you just have to have a little patience. I always like to do this by hand, and I don't like to use the hand mixer. Okay, so I think it's completely incorporated now. What I'm going to do next is add some nuts. Now, I've made this recipe without the nuts, and I made it with the nuts. I like the both of them, but I think I prefer it with the nuts. But you can totally omit it if you do not like nuts in your cake, but I like to have that crunchy bite when I'm chewing the cake. So I'm using some almond nuts. You can use whatever other kind of nuts that you prefer. So I've chopped up some almond nuts and I'm transferring it in. And also in your batter, you can add some candy, some fruit candy. I didn't find any at the supermarket, so I'm not going to add to this recipe, but you can add if you find at the grocery store, okay? So I'm just gonna, oh, this is a rich batter, guys. It already looks good just as is. What do you think? So maybe you might say, why is it so dark though? I like my fruitcake very dark. I know that there are fruitcakes that are lighter, but I think I prefer mine darker. That's the whole essence. Like, in my opinion, I think fruitcake is supposed to be dark. If it's not dark, it's not fruitcake. I was arguing with Ijoma Chijoke. And she was saying, oh no, the fruitcakes I know are very light. And I'm like, that is not fruitcake. That is the contraband version of fruitcake. Okay, so that's all incorporated now. I'm going to transfer, and now before I continue, I must add that my oven has already been preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 175 degrees centigrade. So you have to get the oven preheated first before you start the entire process so that the oven is hot. And over here I have a baking pan that I have coated with some oil. Now you can use parchment paper if you have that, or you can use cooking spray. But I don't have a parchment paper and I don't have cooking spray, so I'm using some oil. I make do with what I have. Don't judge me. So I'm just going to transfer all of this into the baking pan. Look at that lushness, guys. I can already tell that this fruitcake is going to be perfect, even without seeing the end product. So as always, I'm going to scrape out all of the bits. You see that the raisins are not sinking to the ground of the batter or to the bottom of the pan. You can see that they're standing, and that's exactly how it's going to be after it's fully baked. Okay, and it's already leveled. Just want to level this a bit so that it comes out looking same height. And that's it, guys. It's all a matter of baking this for about 45 minutes to 50 minutes in a 350 degrees Fahrenheit preheated oven. I'll come back and show you what to do next, or what it looks like after baking. Okay guys, so I took out the cake from the oven and I allowed it to cool down completely for about 5 minutes. Then I took it out of the pan and placed it on my cooling rack and allowed it to continue to cool for a further 20 minutes or until it's cool enough to handle. And voila, here we have the perfect fruitcake. I cut out a slice just to show you all how fluffy it looks and how beautiful it looks. So now you know how to make a fruitcake, and if you're ever going to recreate this recipe, please kindly send me your pictures. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as Zeelicious Foods. I love to see your creations. They make me so happy. I'll see you again next time with another beautiful cake recipe. Until then, remember to be very kind to one another. Take care, guys.